The man who forgot to think in the ancient village of Ologbenla. People believe that the mind was the first tool the gods ever gave humans. Before the hoe, before the knife, before fire there was thought. Guard your mind, the elders said, for a person who stops thinking walks through life like a shadow without form. No one repeated this saying more than Baba Ologbenla, the respected palm wine tapper, whose wisdom guided the village. He was old, soft-spoken, and sharp as a newly forged cutlass. But in that same village lived a young man named Lado, a strong youth with quick hands, but a mind he rarely bothered to use. He trusted luck more than sense, impulse more than planning. When people warned him about something, he smiled and said, "Life will sort itself." Why disturb the head? This habit didn't trouble anyone at first. A person's foolishness harms no one until it grows. One Harmattan morning, a hunter from a neighboring village arrived breathless at the elder's square. "A swarm of earth-eating insects is coming," he said. "They have destroyed farms from Ifon to Ilamona. Cover your yam mounds before nightfall, or you will lose everything." The elders beat the talking drum, calling every household to action. Women gathered palm leaves, men fetched soil and ash. Children helped carry baskets. Everyone worked except Lado. He saw the warning as noise. "They worrying too much," he muttered. "Insects have wings, but they also have sense. They won't trouble my farm." While others bent over their fields, he visited the palm wine shed, laughing loudly and drumming on the empty gourds. That night, the sky darkened with a living cloud. The insects descended like a silent storm. By dawn, farms across the village were safe, covered and protected. Only Lado's field lay stripped and ravaged. Not a single yam survived. The earth looked as if it had been scraped clean by a hungry god. Panic seized Lado. He ran to Baba Ologbenla. "Baba, help me, teach me what to do. How can I restore what I've lost?" The old man looked at him as a father looks at a stubborn child. "Your hands are strong," Baba said, "but your mind sleeps. I can show a man how to climb a tree, but I cannot show a man how to think. You refuse to listen, and a person who refuses to think has already begun to vanish." Lado felt the words, but still did not grasp their weight. Months passed. The village entered the lean period before harvest, when families lived on what they had stored. Those who planned survived comfortably. Those who labored late still had enough, but Lado had nothing. He moved from compound to compound begging for pieces of yam, but generosity has limits. Some gave him scraps. Others turned him away gently. "We warned you, Lado. Thinking is also work." As days turned into weeks, he became like a drifting leaf, present, yet invisible. He stopped attending communal meetings. He contributed nothing to decisions. When the men discussed planting strategies, he sat at the back, silent and empty. People began saying, "Lado's body walks among us, but his spirit is absent." He lived, but without thought. He had ceased to exist in any meaningful sense. One afternoon, weakened by hunger, Lado wandered to the edge of the forest. There he saw Baba Ologbenla tapping a new palm tree. The old man did not chase him away. Instead, he said quietly, "A man without thought is like a drum without sound, hollow, carried around, but useless. If you wish to return to life, begin by returning to your mind." For the first time, Lado felt shame, not the shame of failure, but the shame of wasted possibility. He sat beside Baba and listened. The old man spoke of planning for seasons, reading the signs of nature, understanding soil, watching the wind, knowing when to be patient and when to act. Something shifted in Lado that day. He realized he had lived only with muscle and impulse, not with intention. He went home and, for the first time in his life, he truly thought about his future. When the next planting season arrived, Lado was the first on the farm. He prepared his mounds carefully. He laid the yam tendrils gently. He covered them before the rains. He checked them daily. The villagers watched in quiet surprise. Months passed, and when harvest time came, Lado's farm flourished more than anyone's. His yams were large, his barns full, his confidence steady. During the harvest festival, the elders invited him to speak. He stood before the people, not with pride, but with clarity. He said, "Strength without thought is noise. A man who refuses to use his mind walks like a spirit among the living. I disappeared once, but thinking brought me back. Moral: a person may breathe without thinking, but they cannot truly live. Thought is the light that gives shape to existence." Without it, a human becomes an empty shadow.